Robbie's constructive revenge, his way to realize his parents' trust and to honor their legacy. The activists and families who benefit from this foundation are today's Rosenbergs. They struggle to make social change, to balance their love for their children and grandchildren with their commitment to political activism. We'd like to share a few of their stories with you.
In 1970, I was an active member of the Black Panther Party. This was at the height of the nationwide repression against us. I became a fugitive after a police officer was wounded in an attack on a police station, an incident in which I was not present. 2 years later, I was arrested and convicted for the attack on the police station and sentenced to life plus imprisonment in retaliation for my politics. I spent over 30 years in prison, most of them under conditions of sensory deprivation. Currently, I'm in a Supermax control unit, 23 hours a day, lockup. In prison, I've had the good fortune to listen to all the Legacies audio tapes and to read the companion books about African civilization. I want to make this knowledge available to my grandchildren for their cultural development. And I'm asking the RFC to buy 5 sets of these audio tapes for my 5 grandchildren in 4 states. I'll coach them through the material, through my regular correspondence, my phone calls, and their visits to the prison. That'll help us build and maintain a sense of family caring and education and support over the generations and through the prison wires.
When I lost my job with a large nonprofit because I refused to fire a very visible lesbian on my staff, I began to focus on my own activism on sexual orientation rights. In 1992, homophobia became very public and virulent in my city. My partner and I decided it was time for me to be much more public, and I became a primary debater against Measure 9, one of the first anti-gay ballot measures in the country. My son often accompanied me, and one time he said to me about the man I was debating, "Mom, he thinks you're wrong, but he thinks I shouldn't have been born." It was a frightening time for our family because I was so visible. I received menacing phone calls. We were called names, threatened directly and indirectly. We have members of our extended family who are virulently homophobic. One of them has threatened to kill us. Our youngest son was suspended from school after a fight when a classmate taunted him about his dyke mother. He once interviewed about why he thought his parents should be allowed to marry, and he said, "I think my mom should be able to marry her partner so that I would not be a bastard." That boy is now a freshman in college, and he is very interested in political science. I am applying for funds for him to attend the Summer Institute at the Center for Popular Economics. When I told him about this application, he was very moved to learn that there is a foundation that cares about what happens to the children of activists.